Why am I here? Because I fell in love with my husband, a beautiful Maasai man, and that's why I came here, because I thought this was the only way that we could stay together if I followed him here, because that's his home. And then I stayed, even though it was very difficult to adapt to the culture, but I stayed because I fell in love with also his family, his tribe, his culture, the way of life, the environment, everything. So this is our boma. This is my sister-in-law's house. So the wife of my husband's brother. This is where my husband's cousin lives. This is her small house, and then she also has a big house over there. This is my third mother-in-law's house, so the youngest wife of my father-in-law. And this one is the house of my second mother-in-law, so the second wife of my father-in-law, old mom. And this one is my second mother-in-law, whose house you just seen also.
Got to hit ya.
One of my first days, one of his sisters came to see me because she had heard that he'd come and he has a guest, so that's me. And I remember one of her sisters, she gave me one of these things, not these ones, but another one that I still have in my house. And I looked at her and I thought she was so beautiful, and I felt so out of place, this white girl with the weird skin that gets sunburned. And I looked at all these women and I just thought they were so beautiful, and I was just in awe. I thought this way of life is perfect, the beautiful culture, in tune with nature, with the animals. So this is the first sort of impression that I got, that it's so peaceful and in harmony with nature, and the people are so welcoming and friendly. Yeah, these are the first impressions that I got. For us, maybe in the Western world, having a shower every day is the usual thing because we have access to water. Here, water, it's a luxury. They have to fight really hard to get water, so they can't shower every day. That's one thing. But I would have to think about that, because I'm sure there's lots of stupid things that I've heard before, or stupid questions that they ask me. Or they said, oh, I also want to come and marry a Maasai. Can you help me? Things like that. And I'm like, oh. Mr. very big. It has a couple of rooms. This is my bedroom.
Okay, some privacy.
I had my first house was a Maasai house like this, and I had it built with the help of other people, because I came here, I didn't know how to build a house. But now when the women build a house, I help them, because now I know. The women are the ones who build the houses, and it's a lot of effort. So the higher the house, the higher you sticks you'd have to cut, and also it's a matter of getting the right size sticks and stuff like that. Some houses are a little bit taller than others. This one is quite short. I am pretty sure there are some people who still think, even though I have lived here now for nearly 9 years, who still think, oh, who is this white girl? But actually I think 80% maybe of the population of our village, they know me. There are even people who call me by my name who I've never seen before. So I think it made the round that Sokoine, this is my husband, has this Mzungu wife, and they know my name and they greet me and they respect me and they treat me like one of their women, basically, as a whole. Maasai girls get married off at very young age. They don't have a choice who their husband is going to be. When they're married off, they also have no choice, they have no decision-making power. It's a very patriarchal society. But this is also why I do some of the projects that I do. I never forced him to do anything he doesn't want to do, because I respect his culture. You know, with everything you have to find a balance. For me also, people ask me, how do you support the women? I support the women with my projects, with our reusable scientific kids projects. I support them by talking to them, by encouraging them to speak up, to open their hearts and their minds, and to speak up against stuff that they don't like. I do that. But within my marriage, because it won't serve me anything to fight with my husband all the time, because if I had forced upon him those Western values of what women are and what women can do in a relationship, we would not be together anymore. So if I want to live here and I love my husband, everyone has their good sides and their bad sides. So I have to find balance. So in our relationship, there are certain things that he does which other Maasai men don't do. Like, he's very close to our son, for example, but when I first had my son also, he didn't help me anything. He was a proper Maasai man, and that was really difficult. I knew it was going to be like that, but it was still more difficult than I imagined. But we got over this, and he is now super involved with our son. And in other ways also, he helps me a little bit more than other Maasai, and he doesn't ask me to do things that I don't want to do. So in certain ways, yes, he has adapted a little bit, but it was never something that I forced upon him. It was something that he saw himself, if we are to be together, because he loves me also. That's also a big difference. I love him, he loves me. So of course you're going to find a way of being together, and there's certain little things that he does that he has adapted. My daily life, it's pretty much the same as Maasai women, but I would say I have certain privileges that other Maasai women don't have. I don't have to go fetch water because we have a water tank. We have a motorbike, so we sometimes pay someone to go fetch us water. I don't have to go and catch firewood because I have a gas stove. But I cook, I clean, I look after my child, I look after the goats, I look after the cows. I do go fetch firewood, but I go and take it to my mother-in-law because she's close to 60 and she's tired of all the work that she has to do. I do a lot of social media also, which obviously is not the traditional Maasai life. I beat these things I make myself. Hi, the daddy. They're conservationists. They know how to live in tune with nature. So if you gave the world to them, the world would still be intact. We wouldn't have all the issues that we have if everyone lived like a Maasai and everyone had this sort of traditional knowledge that they have to live in tune with nature. They respect nature, they cherish nature, and this by itself makes them also better people. They're going to eat. They're going out now to graze. So they go out in the morning and they come back at 4 or 5.
Proud mama of 60 plus cows.